Okay people, this is himself and welcome to another Tekken 7 King guide. In this video I'm going to show you jump over tactics on an infinite stage, and this is going to be in two halves, so make sure you watch both. So the first part is after tail spinning. As we all know, the best ender is running powerbomb, but if you want to be fancy you can run up and jump over. This puts us behind them and then we can use back turn moves. One option is power clothesline. This is unblockable, so it catches people who tech roll and block. It also does good damage, so there's some payoff here. The problem though is that it's a high, and that means that people can duck it. They can also stay on the floor or into it with wake up attacks, so there are some holes that we need to fill here. One way of doing that is back turn 3. This is a mid, so it stops people ducking, and it also means that if it hits, we can input the just frame and get extra damage. On top of that, it also covers other options. If they stay grounded, they can still get hit, and if they wake up attack, then it's a count hit, so we get even more damage. Now the way to escape both back turn 3 and 1+2 is to side roll right, and sadly we don't have anything to cover that. I was really hoping that low dropkick would do the job, but it doesn't. Fortunately, low dropkick does have some other benefits. It hits them on the ground and it gives tech crawlers another reason to duck. It also hits quick recovery, which is another plus. The downside though is that mid kicks will beat it. The fourth option here is low jab. This will beat out wake up kicks, but it also works against quick recovery, and from there you can get a juggle. It may be possible to land a burning knuckle, but I couldn't get to it myself. Now personally, I wouldn't use this mix up. The reason for that is that the powerbomb is pretty good, and once someone's had the clothesline once, they tend to just stay down. On top of that, I think J King's setup is better. It covers all the options well and it has less variables involved. Now that's jump over after a tailspin, but there is a second way of using it. Have a look at this. After Tijuana Twister, the opponent is sideways on, and if they wake up attack, we can jump over them. From there, a back turn 3 is guaranteed, and since it takes 5 frames to turn around, DF21 is unblockable. But what I'd actually go for is this, back throw. This comes out in 10 frames, so if they hold back or forward, this is gonna connect, and since it's in the back, there's no escape. Obviously the way out is to duck, but to cover that we can use hop knee. This will launch them if they hit down, down forward or down back, and from there we can get 60 damage. What that means is that we have a 50-50 here and they can easily pick the wrong option. The question though is, how do we get them to wake up attack in the first place? Because most players are smart, they know they're in a bad position, so what they'll do is either stand up or stay down. Well, the answer is a combination of ground throws, frankensteiner and brain chop. Ground throws will stop people staying on the ground, and the good thing is that wake up attacks won't count hit launch them. What that does is it tempts people to get up, but to cover that we can use frankensteiner. This will catch them if they stand or back roll, and because it's a special throw it can't be broken. The way to escape this is to get up and crouch. This prevents the throw and they take no damage, but to cover that we can use brain chop. This launches crouches, and if they block it, we're safe. What all that does is it pushes people to use wake up attacks. That kick will beat ground throws, interrupt the frankensteiner and the brain chop, and it's when people do that we jump over. Now this is all with Tijuana Twister, but are there any other throws that we can use this with? Absolutely. One of them is Death Cradle. Here the opponent is in the same position and we get the same options. The other is Shining Wizard. Just like with the other two, they're sideways on and we can trap them in the same way. Now on an infinite stage, we can get about 90 damage from the jump over. But on a floor break stage, this is way more dangerous, because here the back throw breaks the floor, and in the right position we can do 150 damage. Add on the initial throw damage and that is enough to kill. Now I did do another jump over video from his war combo, so if you want to see that, there should be a link coming up soon. I also did videos covering setups, inputs and O-key for Tijuana Twister, Shining Wizard and Death Cradle, so if you want to learn about those, there are links in the description. My next king video will be on his forgotten launcher, so keep your eyes peeled for that, and I'll see you guys in the future.